Hello, I'm Prophetess Donna Cee, and I am here urgently to deliver a word to those that are called and chosen by God to give a last warning for the word that He has given you in this hour to obey. The word of God says, He didn't come into the world to bring peace, but a sword. And the sword that is in Jesus' mouth that they talk about in Revelations 1 and 16 it symbolizes the force and power of His message. His words of judgment are sharp as swords, and with the incisiveness of a surgeon's knife, God's word reveals who we are and what we are not. It penetrates the core of our moral and spiritual life. It discerns what is within us, both good and evil. The demands of God's word requires decisions. When I give you this word today, I want you not to only hear what I'm saying, but do what is asked of you, that it might shape your life and what God would have it be for this hour. Right now, there are no excuses why we shouldn't be doing what God is doing and why we should even question what He's saying to us, because He says, "As thee a sign of me." Signs are very real, people. He said, "As thee a sign of me." God has been sending signs over and over again. And for those of you that have received those signs and did not follow His word, then judgment has already been sent. But for those of you that are still standing and believing, and that portion is open, then hear and please obey. God has said to you, He said, "Ask me of the things concerning my sons and the work of my hand. Command ye me." He said, ask you about Him. Ask Him about you. Ask Him about what you want to happen, what He's doing in your life. That's what that's saying. Ask Him about what's happening in your life right now. It says, if you do not forsake all, that's mama, daddy, sister, brother, children, wife, everything, even yourself, you are not worthy of Him. And remember that obedience is always better than sacrifice. If you do not obey God, what foundation do you stand on to teach His people? For He is certain to be, supposed to be that foundation. The commands of God and those commands that He gives is not based on emotionalism. It is based upon facts. And that fact is that if certain requirements are not met, many will be lost. If you are a leader and you live in this hour, you are placed here for the purpose of the end times. If you are married to someone, this has come down to the thing that God has even given me to tell somebody. You would find this hard to believe, but I want to say this. If you are married to someone and God told you to disconnect yourself from them, divorce them, giving you sign after sign that it is His word, not somebody else telling you. He's giving you sign after sign after sign, and even sent His prophets to give you a word. People that didn't know you, then you better heed the warning and leave that person. I say, don't lean into your own understanding, saying, "Oh, that's not something God would say or do." No one else has ever lived in this hour. This is the end times, and He is doing something new. But this is just so we could be positioned. It is not that God does not love the other person that is not called, or does He that He just wants your kids to be alone. He loves them just like He loves you more than you can ever fathom in your mind. Those of you who are called and chosen for ministry, when you place your emotions and yourself and the things that you want before the souls of people, then you have failed, all but failed the call that is placed upon your life. You are like salt that has no flavor. Therefore, you are good for nothing and shall be removed from the face of the earth. People, I want to say to you, I have given this word. I have had to deliver this word to some people, telling them what thus said God, seeing them get sign after sign, seeing him send them sign after sign over and over again, word after word, not to do, not to go on in the thing that they want to go on in, but to do what he has told them to do. And I have seen the demise behind it. I have had dreams that have had me wake up and shake on the inside. I've cried for the souls of these people. Because they didn't believe. They didn't believe what I was telling them about what God said. And so I've seen their death. So I'm saying to you, with all sincerity, I can't reiterate, I can't say this strong enough to let you know that there is an end to this. You will fight and win, which is to obey, or you will lose and die. Remember, the man that tries to save his life will lose it. But those that lose their life for the sake of God will save it. My last word and final warning to you is just to obey God's word. I'm praying for you on this side. God bless.